Kia ora everyone, and welcome to the beginning of school day 8 of lockdown. I fear there are going to be a few more, so I hope you are all doing okay. I wanted to talk to you this morning, gentlemen, about your speeches. They are due tonight at midnight. Many of you have done some great writing. You have done a lot of really solid reflection, and you have got some interesting and wise things to share with us. There are a couple of things that some of you are forgetting, however, and I just want to show you the internal assessment folder. So look at your screen in front of you. Obviously, you've already done number 1 of today's tasks. Please have a look at this folder. This is what I would have given you in class if we'd been in class. And these are the student instructions. This was actually on a lesson last week, but I don't know whether you've all read it. So let's just read it together to remind you. This assessment activity requires you to create and deliver a speech that marks the end of one stage of life, adolescence, and the beginning of another, adulthood. So all of you are doing that really fantastically. This is the bit that you need to be aware of. Over the last 5 years, you will have had a number of experiences that have shaped you as an individual. Reflect on what you've gained from these experiences to create a speech that will call your peers to action in order to live a life less ordinary. So that's actually part of the assessment criteria. And so that what that means is that you cannot just write a moving and interesting speech about yourself and about the things that have made you who you are. You have to incorporate this whole idea of sharing your wisdom with your peers. So some of you, I've gone into Google Classroom and I've given you some quite in-depth comments about how to make that work. You've all got some points that you come back to, that you've reflected on, and that you have identified as being important. Maybe they are the importance of friendship. Maybe they are that you've realized that you always get a second chance in life. Maybe it's take the opportunities that you get given. These are little commands in a way, or they're little pieces of wisdom that you are needing to share with your audience. So please make sure that you shape your speeches around those little bullet points of wisdom that you have reflected on and come up with. I'm going to be going in today to your speeches again and giving more feedback to those of you who I haven't looked at recently. Please email me or add comment or communicate with me in the chat boxes on Google Classroom to ask for more feedback if you're not sure. So what we're going to do after today is I'm going to decide over the weekend how I get you to resubmit your previous internal. Probably I'll spend the weekend scanning all of your work. I know that you will have got it online in front of you somewhere because you submitted it to me by typing it out, obviously, but I'd like you to be able to see some of the feedback that the teachers who marked it would have given you. So I will probably scan those, and then some of next week will be given to resubmitting, and then some of it will be getting on with some revision. And I'm still hoping that I'm going to get a speech from each and every one of you, because it's a really fantastic project for you to be involved in. Okay, and finally, for those of you who are feeling really ambivalent about the speech in all and would benefit from seeing some speeches that are not so fantastic, I will put up a couple on our GrammarNet page. So go down, you scroll down. Oops, actually, let's look at this. Here we go. So here's today's lesson. and you scroll down to the speech folder, and in here is the merit level speech, but there's your pink folder. In here I will also attach a couple of other speeches, one of a guy from a few years back who just scraped a pass because he didn't present terribly well. He had to pause and find his way, and he wasn't very confident at the front, but he nevertheless delivered a speech. He wasn't reading, he spoke to the class, he had ideas that had a shape, a beginning, a middle, and an end, and he engaged his audience, and so he passed. So there'll be a couple more speeches for you to look at shortly in that box. Okay, good luck. You can do it. Please get something down for me today. There will still be a chance for you to reshape it a little bit before we decide how these are going to be presented, depending on the next few days and what we hear about the lockdown. Okay, kia kaha, and have a good Friday. See ya.